Why do you call him Jesus and not Yeshua if you're a Christian?
Because of transliteration.
Cleopatra whitewashed.
I don't know why you're going to Cleopatra.
Because that's where the name Jesus first originated, when she took over the Mesopotamian Empire.
I beg your pardon?
Okay, do you have any evidence of this?
Yeah, it's referenced in the Talmud. It's referenced in the Bible.
Can you give me the references?
Well, I don't know how to answer it. I'm moving on.
A few moments later.
The tablets that were inscripted by the Sumerian culture.
Which tablet? Which sentence? Where did it say? How do you know?
Because I've read the translation of them,
okay,
man.
Then you should be able to quote it for me.
What?
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
35.
All right, bro, can you disprove Christianity?
Well, I guess we could start with, would you consider yourself monotheistic or polytheistic?
Monotheistic.
How can you explain? So it's a tough, multifaceted answer that I could provide you.
I'm really sorry, okay?
We could start with, how do you explain to me the similarities between Christianity and 1,000 other religions that are historically documented in the world?
Okay, give me one.
I'm sorry?
Give me one.
Judaism?
Well, we're a continuation of Judaism. So that's a weird one to use.
Let me rephrase that. Why do you call him Jesus and not Yeshua if you're a Christian?
Because of transliteration.
Because of what?
Transliteration.
But that's historically how he's referred to across multiple religions. So why would we call him Jesus and not by his real name if the word of God?
Because of transliteration.
That doesn't make any sense.
Why not?
Because that alone proves that someone came in and took your religion and rewrote it.
No, they transliterated it.
Her name is Cleopatra. This did happen.
They transliterated
it. It was referred to as Yeshua Cleopatra.
That's not a change of a religion. Do you know what a transliteration is?
Explain it to me.
So transliteration is when you take a word or a name and you move it into a different language so it's easier to pronounce or to say, but still maintains the same meaning.
It's not the same person.
It is the same person.
Okay.
So for example, it was hold on. It was Yeshua, which could be translated directly into Joshua. Except we don't do translation, we do transliteration. And then it moved to Greek, which the same word for what Jesus is in Greek was Isus, because they didn't have the same sounds for Yeshua in Greek, so they did Isus, and then it went to Latin, which is Isus. And then from the Latin, yeah, it is exactly what happened.
Cleopatra whitewashed.
I don't know why you're going to Cleopatra. Let me finish. And then from Latin, we get the translation into Jesus. So what does Cleopatra have to do with anything?
Because that's where the name Jesus first originated. When she took over the Mesopotamian Empire, she wanted the name to be Greek and not Hebrew and Arab.
Okay. Do you have any evidence of this?
Yeah, it's referenced in the Talmud. It's referenced in the Bible.
Can you give me the references?
The Old Testament? If you've read it, you've read
I've read the entire Bible.
You know that it's referenced as Yeshua.
That's not the question I've asked you. The question I've asked you.
When was the New Testament?
The question I've asked you was the Cleopatra claim. I already know Jesus' name was Yeshua. And actually it's most likely it was Yeshu, not even Yeshua.
Okay.
Yeah. So that Yeshua claim is a false one too.
Okay. Well, then I have one other question for you.
But you haven't addressed my question.
Well, I don't know how to answer it. I don't have an answer.
You're making a claim that Cleopatra whitewashed and inserted the name Jesus. I'm not muting you. I'm not muting you. You're making you're making a claim, and you're going to address my question. You said Cleopatra. No, I'm going to ask a question.
Okay.
And you're going to address it.
You're childish.
So you said Cleopatra came in and changed the name and whitewashed it. And then you said there's a whole bunch of evidence for that. You said it was the Talmud.
I didn't say there was a whole bunch of evidence. I said it was referenced across the Talmud.
You said it's all over the place. And you said the Talmud and the Old Testament. And I asked you for a reference. Can you please give me a reference that Cleopatra changed this?
Historically documented across any major historian would be able to explain to you.
Can you name one?
Can I name come on.
Just name one historian. Doesn't even have to be an historian that backs up what you're saying. Just name an historian.
Why does the story of Jesus' resurrection so similar?
So you cannot name an historian
as it relates to the winter solstice.
You cannot
explain to me that.
You cannot name an historian.
Explain to me I'm moving on. Explain to me why Jesus' resurrection directly aligns with the path of the sun in the sky during the winter solstice. And why is Jesus pictured always on a cross in front of a sun?
Okay. Can you prove the first claim?
Sure, I can.
Mhm.
So the sun moves in the sky. It rises and sets coaxially, right? It moves a degree daily until December 21st. It stops moving for 3
The
days.
sun doesn't move.
What?
No, like because the axis of the earth is on a tilt.
Yeah,
The way that
the earth changes. So as the earth circles, right, the sun, it changes
So
what
if we
it
didn't
seems like
have,
from.
if we think like ancient people would think. They don't know these
Mm-hmm.
things. So they worship the sun as God.
No.
And for 3 days,
Hold on.
the
Pause.
sun stopped moving.
Pause.
Oh my God.
Not,
Can I get a thought out?
well,
I mean, you want to
hold
debate?
on.
Let me
You're
say what I have to say, and then-
you're making claims as if I should just believe them and they should be true.
Well, that is the truth.
Okay,
When it stops
okay.
moving,
But
it
you have no
resides in the
proof.
crucifix constellation.
Hold on. What'd you say?
I said, but you've given us no proof.
Right. So, anyways,
You could look up in the sky, man.
that's not even the claim I'm contesting. Can I please get up the claim I'm contesting?
I would like to finish my thought
the
before
claim
you
the claim
brutally
I'm
try to
contesting.
change the context of my
The
argument.
claim I'm contesting is that you said everybody back then worshiped the sun. Now, I believe there are some sects that worship the sun, but I don't believe it was the majority. Can you prove it was the
I
majority?
didn't say everyone. I said ancient people.
You
So
said
this is where-
they all worship the sun.
Allow me to get a complete thought out, and then we could dissect.
Okay, well,
Each
you're
section
getting.
of-
So here's the thing. People think I'm cut them off and don't let them get complete. You're getting out 20 complete thoughts, and you're just asking me to grant them all as true.
Oh my God. Can I finish my sentence, and then we can start over? Yes, or are you going to cut me off as soon as I start talking again? Okay. So,
But did you ever consider? No, I'm just-
you're a fucking jack off. You know that?
yep, I know that.
No, I mean you're a real fucking douchebag.
Yeah, this is true. We agree. Now we have equal playing field. Continue.
On the 21st of December,
Uh-huh.
if you were ancient, and so we understand we both understand the sun doesn't move in the sky, but if you were to look at where it is rising and setting in the sky over a period of 12 months, it does appear to move 1 degree east across 12 months until the 21st of December, the winter solstice. You would agree with that?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it, but sure.
Okay. So when the ancients saw the sun stop moving for 3 days, they thought that it died.
What
It
do
was
you mean?
resurrected
What do you-
on the
what do you-
25th of December when it moved 1 degree west as it rose. That's why Jesus is pictured historically on a cross with the background being a sun, because
Okay.
the sun is God.
Can you show
And
me?
when
Can
it
you show
rose-
me any early Christian writing at all that says it was a sun behind his head?
Yeah, this dates pre-Christian.
Can you just show me any text that says that the glowing thing behind Jesus' head was the sun?
Sumerian tablets.
Can you show it to me? Give me the reference.
Can I show you the Sumerian tablet? I mean, you
Or
could,
just
you could
give me
Google it.
the reference of where it is.
Where are the Sumerian tablets? I mean, you
No,
could
the
look up
reference in the
Zechariah
Sumerian
6
tablets
and
where I can find it. And what's
translation of them.
again, the reference. Can you give me the quote? Where can I read this claim that Jesus had the sun behind his head?
The tablets that were inscripted by the Sumerian culture.
Which tablet?
That is
Which
the evidence.
sentence? What did it say? How do you know?
Because I've read the translation of them,
Okay,
man.
then you should be able to quote it for me.
What?
It's
They're not
a hard
broken out in
concept.
different scriptures like the Bible.
Yeah,
not like I could say
Actually,
it's
they are.
New Testament.
They are broken up like
Okay.
that, right?
Name one.
Any ancient
You're in
document.
front of a computer, man.
Any-
Of course, you can pull up any
any-
information you want. I'm on my phone.
Okay, you've been pleading and begging to complete a thought, but now you won't let me do it.
Okay, fair. Go ahead.
Okay, so any historical document is going to be broken up into segments, every single one, because that's how historians reference it with each other. Every one of them has done that. So if it's an ancient document, it's going to have it.
It took 2,200 years for it to be translated. So, what?
Even it doesn't matter if it's you don't need to break it up in
My
segments. If you-
question to you
Hold
was, how
on,
can you
hold on,
explain the
hold on,
similarity
hold
of
on,
that
hold on,
factual
hold on,
evidence?
hold
This is
on,
scientifically and
hold on,
astronomically is a thing.
hold on. So it doesn't have to be translated to be broken up in segments. You understand that, right? Why do I have to
How is
translate it to
that-
break into segments?
What does that have to do with my point?
The point is you're
You're
claiming that the
hyper-focused
Sumerian
on
text.
something that is not relevant to my point.
I'm
to discredit my opinion.
no, hold on. I'm hyper focused
But
on.
ultimately,
Hold on,
this is
I'm
just my
hyper
opinion. This
focused
is
on
your
your
opinion.
point. I'm hyper focused on your point.
You're
point,
hyper-focused on something
yes,
that is
your
irrelevant
point.
to the
It's not
context of my
irrelevant.
point.
You're quoting the Sumerian.
Whether or
tablet.
not the Sumerian
Okay,
tablets
would you shut up
sections
for
or
5
not.
seconds?
Will you why don't you shut the fuck up?
Shut up, sir. Just be quiet. All right. I know you need a hug and your mom didn't love you. But anyways,
Fucking
the Sumerian
loser.
text, you used it as a proof that Jesus is the sun god and he was worshipped as the sun god. So I asked for the
Not
quote
sun
from
God.
the
They worship
Sumerian
the sun
text.
as God. Sun is the
So I asked for the quote
Sun
from
is the
so
creator
I
of all
asked
life.
the quote from the Sumerian text, and you say I don't have it. This is a direct thing to focus on. It's not aside the point. It's the direct point. It's
No,
the
because what
exact
you're trying
point
to
that you
say is
made.
that someone has told me this, and then I have automatically believed it to be truth without reading it myself.
I didn't.
I don't
Say,
need
I
a
didn't
quote.
make
You
that
want
claim.
us to do.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. Let's be honest. That's what you're trying to say.
That's what you're asking. Hold on. What did you say?
I said that's what you want us to do. You're just saying things and saying you should believe it because I said it.
No, I'm giving you where it's referenced. I'm
Where?
giving you where it's referenced in the Sumerian tablets.
So I need to read all of the Sumerian tablets to find this small
It's
reference.
not a long text, man. It was written fucking 6,000 years ago. These people didn't have a typewriter.
The Bible was
carved
written
in
2,000
stone.
years ago. It's 800,000 words. It's longer than Lord of the Rings.
Okay. All right. Can you explain the similarity between that astronomical event?
You haven't
and the
showed
story
me
of
the
Jesus?
similarity.
It dies for 3 days, is resurrected. People
so it
worship
didn't
it.
die. It stopped moving. And I'm just granting that argument. I don't even know if
When
it's
you
true.
have no astronomical knowledge of how the Earth works or its coaxial spin or in the relationship to what the sun is as a
They
star,
didn't say it died.
people thought that it was God.
They didn't say it died. Why would they say it
thought that
died?
it
If they
died.
could look up and see the sun sitting there, right? And they're like,
It
oh,
stopped moving.
it stopped moving. So why would they conclude it's dead?
Are they?
Could
I
they
don't
could they
know, but
feel
that's-
could they see the
that's what
light?
has been explained.
Could they feel the heat?
Could they feel the heat?
Could they feel the heat from the sun?
I wasn't there.
Oh my word.
You're okay. Listen, my friend, I mean this with all due respect. You're an idiot. I appreciate your time. God bless.
If you told me that to my face, I would slap the dog shit out of you.
I would actually make a wager that you wouldn't.
I absolutely would. Where you at?
I live in Canada.
You live in Canada. That fucking checks out. Well, good luck.
But no, if you want to slap the dog shit out of me, we can set something up. Where'd he go? I didn't kick him. He just left.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. If you want to watch more, you can click one of these and you can keep watching.